Click the-
Got it.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Jack Benny tribute,
Jack Benny tribute episode number.
number 39, because he was always 39, remember? So this is the Jack Benny tribute. Yo, go Jack.
Go, Jack.
So what's going on over there today?
Oh my gosh, it's been a little while. I've been to 2 separate weddings since you and I have done a podcast.
Wow. That's
I
great.
know. 2 weeks ago, oh my goodness, this is a fun one. The most special one was Friday, so we'll get to that because that involves the keeper. But 2 weeks ago, one of those weddings you're almost surprised you got invited to. You know, like the groom, I knew him as an infant. Today he's 32. His family moved in next door to my parents in New York long
Wow.
after I had left and moved to Boston. And so I would go down and visit, and there was these 2 little kids. Actually, she was pregnant with this gentleman, Max, today. Max is 32 and married. And her only daughter, Sammy, was probably 2 or 3 years old. And now Sammy is a rock and roll singer touring the country with a band. And it's just crazy to watch these kids grow up. But they
Wow.
had no grandparents, these little kids. And so my parents next door became like the pseudo grandparents. This was a very special relationship. I would visit when I went down to see my folks. And then long after my parents moved to New Hampshire, I would go down. I had a food business and I had a customer base online. So I would go down every 8 weeks and stay at their house overnight. So it was a wonderful friendship. And I still talk to them both fairly regularly. Every couple of months we check in, how's it going? And they moved out of that area into the city. So they live in Brooklyn. And this invitation shows up to the son's wedding. And I was like, oh my God, I told her that. She's like, are you kidding me? Your family. So Lynn and I went back out to the Finger Lakes region of New York State, which has been grabbing us like a magnet. And oh my God, we had such a good time. We couldn't figure out, we're guessing as to why we had so much fun. And possibly it's because we knew almost no one. And we just met tons of people. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous place and an outdoor ceremony. And the reception was inside. It was just a great time. We had a nice, this is Columbus Day weekend, a nice long weekend. The wedding wasn't until Sunday, so we spent Saturday just driving around the Finger Lakes and went to a winery for a tasting. And wow.
So who is this Lynn that you speak of? Is that the Lynn of Cross Country Mortgage?
That is the Lynn of Cross Country Mortgage. We have a sponsor. I didn't realize. I should be up to speed on this. LynnDevon.com.
So Lynn Devon, Senior Loan Officer. She's the Devon Ash Group.
Devon Ash Group.
Yeah, and so they're in Norwell, Mass, but they do mortgages all over the country.
Servicing New England and the country, hence cross country.
Yeah, and her phone
So
number.
the Devon Ash Group, Lynn Devon and Sean Ash is her son.
Son, yeah. So her number is 781-303-9023, and her mobile
Of
is
course, we can see that on the front of the piece you're showing us, which is nice.
and so her mobile number is 978-407-9144.
That's correct.
She's an
That's
awesome
correct.
lady, and give her a call if you have a need for a mortgage.
You know, I'll tell you, just to jump onto your promotion here, it's a crazy time right now in the real estate mortgage interest rate world.
Yeah.
And you need an expert who knows what they're doing. And that's she wrote her first loan in 1985. So
Yeah, she's
she
awesome.
knows what she's doing. She was on the phone yesterday with a realtor as I was driving, and just to hear the conversation and the lingo and the verbiage and the strategies, I'm like, wow, I don't get it, but she's good at what she does.
Yeah, so there you go. She's up. There's the commercial for her. Thank you.
That's nice. Oh, you're gonna take that down? I thought you might keep it up there for the whole podcast.
Well, it would be a better Zoom if my face wasn't being shown, right?
Well, you got half your face, her whole face, and none of yours now. We need half. Nice segue to the second wedding. So Sean Ash, Lynn's son, oldest son, got married 2 days ago. Married the beautiful Kate, and oh my God, this was amazing. We were down in Westerly, Rhode Island, at the Westerly Yacht Club, and they were outdoor seating on this beautiful grass, and right behind him was dropped off with all these boat docks, gorgeous boats. The sun was setting. It was a 5 o'clock wedding. It was, well, we went down Thursday and we had the rehearsal at the yacht club and went to this restaurant for the rehearsal dinner, which was spectacular. A place called the Tin Peddler in North Stonington, Connecticut, right near, like 5 minutes from Foxwoods is where we were.
Yeah.
And this restaurant was spectacular. Met a bunch of people and met some new friends. Lynn's hairdresser was there with her husband, so we met Todd and Julie and formed a nice friendship there. And the wedding was spectacular. Hotel was gorgeous. It was a lot of fun. And just hanging out with like these young kids, like they're all in their late 20s and 30. And there's a whole different energy. Like we used to be that, you and me. I feel like I still am. When you get around it, you're like, oh, I'm home. This is amazing. So it was a lot of fun. And dancing and everything else. And the funny thing about a Friday night wedding is you wake up on Saturday and we're checking out. We went out to breakfast with Todd and Julie and looked around a little bit, sightseeing down in Watch Hill along the coast. We went to this beach. We found a beach and just walked this beach a few miles. It was almost 70 degrees yesterday.
Wow, nice.
There were people on the beach laying out in the sun with just bathing suits on. I'm like, it's October 22nd. It was amazing. So,
that's awesome.
it was terrific. So Sean Ash of the Devon Ash Group is happily married and enjoying a mini moon in Newport, Rhode Island, as we speak. Just a couple days, not a honeymoon, a mini moon.
So I know you're a golf fan. You are familiar with Innisbrook?
Yes.
So I have a condo that I listed, and I've been doing open houses at this condo.
Is it on the golf course?
No, it's actually a thing called Glen Eagles, which is right next to Innisbrook, so it's really real close. And so you know how I am sometimes. I take things literally as a reason to use it for comic, right?
Yes, you do.
So I'm sitting there at the open house, and this lady walks in. She goes, "Hi, I'm looking for a friend." I know what she meant was that she's checking out the condo for one of her friends. But that's not what she said. She said, "I'm looking for a friend." I says, "Well, come on in. Maybe we can work something out." She goes, "I'm sorry." I says, "Well."
That's way funnier than what was going on in my mind. I was thinking, well, let's go look for her. She's got to be in one of these bedrooms. Maybe we can work something out.
So I said, I'm very, very blessed. I have a lot of friends, but I could use one more. So come on in. Let's talk about it.
Did she get it? Did she get
it? Right away,
no.
No. So I had to do a bunch of times. She goes, "I'm not sure if I understand." She says, "Well, you said you're looking for a friend, and I'm saying I'm available to you as a friend." She goes,
only a friend. I'm a happily married man. Yeah.
She said, well, that's not what I meant. I said, "I know, but that's what you said." So I took it literally. So now we got to be friends. Boom.
That's what I meant. You're like, I know, but you're not.
It was funny, actually.
So tell me about this condo on a golf course.
It's not on a golf course, but it's just outside of Innisbrook.
Okay.
Walking distance.
I'd like a condo in Florida on a golf course or nearby. How many bedrooms?
Well, here's the thing. It's a real nice condo. I mean, really nice. And the thing is that it only has one bedroom.
Oh.
A lot of people, they come in and see it and they said, "Man, this is awesome. I love this place. This is great. But I need 2 bedrooms or something." So I'm like, okay, I'll find somebody that needs 1 bedroom.
Always a little challenge there.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about the listing price here on the internet machine?
Sure. It's that doesn't really give you much because you're not looking at the condo, but it's listed at $255. It's really, really nice.
Are there 2-bedroom units available in that same area? Like in terms of comps, are the 2 bedrooms going for?
Yeah, but we can't talk about those. We have to talk about mine.
I understand. I do.
So there's like a little screen porch on the side that overlooks the
lanai.
The lanai.
Let me give you all the Florida real estate terms for you. The lanai.
You're the best.
I'm here for you.
So from that lanai, it's a screen lanai, and you actually can look over at the tennis court, and you can watch people play tennis, and you can cheer if you like them, or you can boo them if you don't like them.
I like that.
And then there's a pool there, so you can see the pool as well. Really, really nice.
Is this a garden level, first floor, second floor? What are we talking?
Second floor, but when you first come in, there's like a real nice garden in the front. You have a little storage area, and you have a barbecue thing set up over there and stuff. Really, really nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what town is it in?
It's in Palm Harbor. Florida.
Palm Harbor. That sounds nice. Palm Harbor, Florida.
Whereas my mother used to say, one time she called me, she says, Tony, you in Florida, you close a place called Palma Harbor?
Palm Harbor.
I said, yeah. She says, oh, my friend Judy lives in Palma Harbor. I says, oh, I didn't know that. So there we go. I went to look for Judy and I told her that my mother was saying hi. Nice.
I realized this morning, your story about the woman looking for a friend reminded me of this. I don't know what episode this was, but remember the Men's Warehouse fiasco?
Oh, yeah.
When I was trying to get, what was that for? That was for my daughter's wedding back in May, Jenna and Trevor's wedding.
Yeah.
And so I went down to that mall to get something, and they were all cordoned off. I'm like, sorry, sir, you have to leave. You have to have an appointment. Remember this? And I'm like, there's nobody here. I'm sorry, you have to leave. And I walked out and grabbed the guy walking in with me. I said, sir, what are you here for? And he says, I got to get a whole groom's group outfitted. We need 4 suits and tuxes. I go, do you have an appointment? And he said, no. I said, they're not going to let you in. I wouldn't do it here. And I referred him to that place up in Worcester, Bernardi's on Highland Avenue. I met the owner there and we talked about her.
I remember that, yeah.
I had forgotten until this morning I had another Men's Warehouse experience because I had to rent a suit from Men's Warehouse for Sean and Kate's wedding. And I did it at the Framingham location because Lynn is right here in Southborough, so it was easier and closer. And crazy, I just I don't know, these big retail chains, and they don't have there's not a lot of credibility. I don't have a lot of trust built yet. So I go in there a month or two ago to get fitted and all that stuff. I get an email, you're ready to get picked up. And we're leaving Thursday. So I went in Tuesday to pick it up. And the jacket was perfect. The shirt came to about here. and the pants got past my knees, but not much more. Right. He goes, I can fix this. I can swap the shirt out right now. Give me a perfect shirt. Pants, we'll get them tailored. You got to come back, I guarantee, tomorrow after 5 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm working way out west. I got to come past Worcester, where I got band rehearsal Wednesday, all the way to Framingham on Route 9 commuter traffic at 5 o'clock, and then go back to Worcester. So I walk in and to pick up the thing, and there's a woman sitting there, and she's got like the short hair, a little gray, just a nice haircut. I try to compliment people every day. So I said, wow, I love your hair. And she's like, oh my gosh, thank you. And so the woman walks out with the suit. I go, you know what? I'm just going to go try this on because I don't trust them. So I go into the changing room. I pull everything out. There's no pants in there. So I walk out with the shirt in one hand and the jacket in the other. I walk up to her, she goes, is there any problems? I said, yeah, there's no pants. And at this point, the woman sitting here kind of have a smirk at each other like, oh my God, She was like, oh, let me go find them. Then they weren't done. And the tailor, she says, the tailor's at lunch. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. He takes a late lunch, but he's very timely. He'll be back soon. I'm like, well, how long does it take once he gets it? 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute fix, and he had 24 hours to do it. And now he's at lunch. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just, she and I are kind of chatting like, well, what are you going to do? And then I heard her say to somebody, I'm Sean's mom, and I'm here picking up a couple of things. And so she was still in earshot when she comes out with the pants. The woman comes with the pants. I go, well, Sean's mom is my good luck charm. And then she laughed. And so there's this other guy walking around who's got a vest on, kind of some long hair, and turns out he's the assistant manager of the store. This is Sean of Sean's mom. But I thought the guy trying on his tux was. And so I said to her, is he with you? And she's like, no, that's Sean. And she points to the man. I'm like, oh. So at this point, we just had this funny chat going on. The tailor comes back from lunch. 5 minutes later, I get the pants. I'm going to go try them on. So I'm in the dressing room, like, I'm trying everything on to make sure it works. And as I'm just about changed back to my street clothes to leave, I hear this woman's voice say, hey, no pants guy. It's her. And she says, I said, is that you, Sean's mom? And she says, I just wanted to wish you, success and fun with your wedding. I said, thank you so much. So it was hysterical. Awesome. But I don't know, this Men's Warehouse thing, I'm like, God, they can't just. I guess the moral of the story is try everything on before you leave the place.
I know. So we went to Virginia to my niece's wedding. It was awesome, awesome wedding. The person that married him was my son Eric, my younger son.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. I was so proud of him. He did such a great job. Inserted a little bit of humor in it. It was awesome,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
What's his relationship to the couple who got married?
It's her cousin.
Okay.
So
And did he become like an officiant for the day to do this?
yes, I'm not sure how they do. I think in Virginia he could do that, but he couldn't sign the actual paperwork. Somebody else had to sign it or something, or like a notary or something like that. He was so good. It was amazing. And that place that what they did, it was awesome. There was like a big 24-room house. I mean, a huge house on this hill. And to get to it, you have to go through these roller coaster roads. And then they built a big, real beautiful barn, and the wedding was inside the barn. It was great. And the groom was a guy I really like a lot, Austin. His family, he's from Michigan, and his friend, all his family, father and brothers and cousins all came, and they were there from Michigan. So,
so this bride is your niece.
yeah.
Nice.
So the people from Michigan, they talk about, how the Packers beat the Buccaneers and stuff. So they give me a little bit of crap about that. So I said, listen, just so you guys know, I know you guys are gonna be doing the rehearsal dinner tonight, but I'm not gonna stay for the rehearsal dinner because of you guys. He says, why? I says, well, first of all, look at me. Do I look like I need to rehearse for dinner? Please. And then when I was leaving, I said, by the way, Joe Biden just announced that he's going to do a recount of that game because it looks like the Buccaneers actually won. So funny.
How are your Buccaneers doing this year?
They're starting off a little slow, but Tom,
500 balls somewhere in there.
Yeah, Tom's having some struggles. I guess because he retired and he came back. There's been all these rumors that Giselle wants to divorce him or something. I don't know.
Oh, I'm hearing all about that. Yeah.
Let the guy play, man. One more year. He always wanted to play until he was 50, so now he's 45.
Well, apparently he is going to play, and apparently he's going to do it as a single man. So that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, whatever.
But this is that funny time of year. It's October, so I haven't picked up the football season yet because I'm so focused on baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is an amazing playoff that's going on as we speak. And of course, my teams have been out the whole time, but it's been so fun to follow and crazy. Like the top three teams in the league. A month ago, you'd say the Atlanta Braves, LA Dodgers, New York Mets, best teams in the league. They're all out. They all got knocked out.
And that's something, huh? Wow.
And the Philadelphia Phillies are coming out, and they had 80-something wins during the season. The Dodgers won 111 games, and they're out. The Phillies won 80-something, 6, I think. And they're about to get into the World Series with one more win. They always say it's not the best team that wins, it's the team with the best momentum at the right time. And they are just killing it. Wow. And the Yankees are down 3-0 to the Houston Astros, which I love. And they're going to probably get knocked out later today. So it probably is going to be Houston Astros, Phillies in the World Series. And I'm going to say it right now on October 23rd, Phillies win it in 7 games.
Oh.
How do you like that?
That's a committer.
In fact, I'm going to go back to Foxwoods and put a bet down. Not really much of a betting man, but I just got a good feeling.
So my son Josh, the one who lives in Norway, also came up to the wedding. So says, anything you need over there? He says, well, right now I really like I need a pair of boots and a nice jacket, winter jacket. So we took him shopping. We went to Dick's sporting goods store. The biggest one I've ever seen. It was amazing.
Right? Really?
So he bought this jacket that he really liked. I paid $250 for the jacket, and then the next day he says, Dad, you're not gonna believe this. I was looking at the label on the jacket. It's actually a woman's jacket. That's not what I want. I says, oh shoot, man. So we went to exchange it, right? But he didn't keep the receipt, because. So we go there and we find another one that's a men's jacket that similar to the other one, and we go to exchange it, and I paid $250 for the thing, but the guy would only give him $174, something like that. So what we
because he had no receipt.
He had no receipt. He says, yeah, but so we bought it yesterday for $250. He says, yeah, but because you don't have the receipt, I can only give you the amount that's been the lowest that's been on sale at.
Right.
I said, well, that's a ripoff, really.
Yep.
But that's their thing, whatever.
But at least he left with a men's jacket.
Oh boy,
So Dick's Sporting Goods and Men's Warehouse. There it is.
they're on a shit list.
Buyer beware.
I agree.
Well, Dick's Sporting Goods, absolutely. Men's Warehouse, you just gotta try everything on. That's all. That's why they do it. Well, I bought a shirt. So in the meantime, I'm trying to kill all this time. Sean's mom and I are over in the clearance section looking at what's for sale on clearance. I find this really nice button-down shirt, had a little black, some purple in it, something you'd wear like a pair of jeans, button-down shirt. I go, that's kind of nice. And so I look for one that's my size. I look down at the tag on clearance, $4.97.
Wow.
I'm like, all right, I'll buy myself a shirt. I wore it to the rehearsal dinner, as a matter of fact, Thursday night.
So we stayed at a nice hotel, Holiday Inn, real nice one, and right across the parking lot was a Starbucks, a nail salon, a pizza joint.
You had your mani-pedi and a cup of coffee and a slice of pizza. Good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
They even had a real good gluten-free pizza because that's what Terry needs because she's
Gluten-free pizza time to time.
yeah, she has to have no gluten because she's got celiac disease.
Right. I'm totally under control with her diet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you buy slices of pizza in Florida, or you have to buy the whole pizza? I was almost going to say pie, but that's a New York thing.
No, we can buy slices.
Really? How about over in Palma Haba when I'm going to buy that condo? Can you buy slices over there?
Oh yeah.
Get more attractive, this deal.
And this condo was close to a pizza joint where you can buy a slice. Come on down.
Come on down. I grew up in New York, and you just walk into a pizza place and buy a slice of pizza. When I got to Massachusetts, like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And, but there is a place, I guess they got a few locations, the one right in Worcester. In fact, I almost went there the other Friday, called Antonio's by the Slice. And they got these big slices, and they're all like chicken finger pizza and all the chicken Caesar salad pizza, all these different things.
Yeah, and Nick, my neighbor that ordered that pizza, but remember I told you about that thing with the pizza? There was 2 slices missing. So you know you can get a slice here. Oh, that was such a funny thing, man. Wow.
Great story. For those of you watching today, go back to episode 18. Imagine if I guessed right and it was episode 18. That was a funny story.
It's funny because the story is, for the ones that haven't heard it, I was talking to one of my neighbors.
I'll tell you right now, before you get to that story, our viewer, Ron White, would know exactly what episode that was because he's got them all. And he takes notes on each one, so he can reference any one we have.
Yeah.
No pressure, Ron. Go ahead, tell your story. This is a good story. So you got a neighbor who ordered a pizza.
Yeah, well, see what happens. I was talking to one of the neighbors on his driveway, just talking, and then a truck pulled up across the street. There was a pizza delivery from Papa John's or whatever. So when the guy got out of the truck with the pizza, he's gonna bring it over to Nick's house. I said, "Hey, over here." So he comes over with the pizza and he says, "How much?" I said, "How much?" He goes, $13.25 whatever. He says, "Well, here's 16. Keep the change." So then I took the pizza over to Nick's house. I knocked on the door. Hey, the pizza guy was here. The delivery. He said, "Oh yeah, I need to pay for that." I says, "No, I already paid for it." He goes, "Oh, come on, you didn't have to do that." I says, "No, it's okay. It was my pleasure." So he takes the piece. He says, "Oh, so nice of you. Thank you." So he goes inside. Then he comes out. He says, "Hey, Tony, there's 2 slices missing." I said, "Nick, it's just you and Tess. So you guys still have 6 slices, 3 for him and 3 for her."
That's plenty.
And Ty had a slice, and I had a slice, and we paid for it, so it's not a big deal. He goes, "What?" So he walked away. He wasn't mad, but he just walked away like I wasn't sure if he was mad or not. So then he comes out, goes in the house, and then comes about 40 seconds. He goes, "Tony, I gotta admit, that was pretty funny, man. That was pretty funny."
You confused him with the logic. Listen, I had a slice, he had a slice. You got 3 each. That's plenty, and I paid for it.
The thing about I got this from you because you're the one who told me this about yeah, it was my pleasure. Wow.
So in reality, you paid $8 a slice for you and your buddy.
It was worth it.
I don't know. I've had pizza on my mind here for a couple of weeks. Like I want to Going, you know what it was? I got a friend of mine, Jay. He's kind of a new friend, and he was telling me a trip he took with his son, teenage son, down the East Coast, traveling and just trying to find the best pizza. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I love that idea.
Huh.
Ah, wow.
Whew.
What's going on music-wise in your world?
I'm just playing on my own, and once in a while at gym with some friends.
Nice.
Still learning. I still got a list of songs that I'm learning that I haven't, always wanted to learn years ago. But
Oh, I know. It's so funny. I got a list also. I need to learn that drum part and this, and wow. We're
yes,
writing a new song called Fruit Flies for some reason. It's just so funny because we're an instrumental band and like, why have any names? But I record everything in my phone that we're just, riffing and jamming and having fun. And we got something else. So we were going back through this recently and we found something from September of 2019. It's 3 years old. And they're like, Marco and Barry, the bass player and the guitar player, like, we got to do something with that. I'm like, all right. And so we have the next 3 rehearsals kind of just playing with that. And it's fun how we do this because we just kind of jam it and I'm still recording. We got a new piece that comes out of nowhere, like, hey, that's cool. And so it's coming. It's not done yet, but we're getting close. And we're not in a rush. It's just sometimes it takes 5 minutes and sometimes it takes 5 weeks. And
yeah.
then once it's there, you know it. You're like, oh, that's it. So we're going to continue that this week. And one of these days, we're going to finish that thing. I suggested we change the name from Fruit Flies, which is, I don't know who, something happened that day that Fruit Flies was the name. And they're like, no, let's keep it. And I'm like, all right. So we're
You
working
know,
on Fruit Flies.
you know that song "Funk '49" with Joe Walsh.
Yes. I used to play that in a cover band. Good tune.
So the thing is that I think he had a lot of songs that was just named Funk with a number. It wasn't just Funk '49. There's a bunch of different. Yeah, I think you're right because if I took my friend Peter Grace. I went to see a show was his, and he wanted me to film the show. And a lot of the songs, I mean, I didn't know the songs by name, so as I'm trying to separate the songs and I'm trying to put the name on it, I go back and I listen to the lyrics and I say, okay, that sounds like it might be something. So then I look up the lyrics and I get the name of the song. So I got all the songs, even though I didn't know what they were. But
Oh, that's fun.
Funk '49 was interesting.
Mm.
Fruit Flies.
Everybody watching would know that song if they heard it in 3 notes. They don't know that song.
Oh
They
yeah,
just don't know Funk 49. James Gang, right?
James Gang. Yeah.
Wow. I've been loving the new King's X album. I mean, it's been out for 8 weeks now. It came out Labor Day weekend, but
You remember one time we were talking about Joe Walsh and talking about Ringo?
oh yeah, oh yeah, the brothers-in-law. That's right.
And we talked about the brothers. So one of my buddies that was watching the things is Tony. That conversation you guys had about the music, that was awesome. I didn't even know that. How was he Ringo's brother-in-law? I
Yeah,
said,
so he married Barbara Bach's sister.
yeah. So
And Ringo and Barbara have been married since like 69 or 70, I think.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Wow.
And Joe Walsh married Barbara Bach's sister like recently, like 2010, 12, something like that.
Yeah.
Brothers-in-law. That was interesting. Well, we're here to provide a service to the public. That's what we do. It's not just me and you talking,
No, no.
right?
It's us and Len Devon of the
.com.
.com of the Len Ash
Close enough. Cross Country Mortgage.
Cascade Mortgage. Yeah.
Where's that piece of paper? And all our viewership. So
So
we're providing a service.
were you surprised that I had this? Huh?
I'm not just surprised. I'm impressed. And yeah, beautiful.
Isn't that?
I can think of someone else who might be.
It's too small for you to read it, right?
Oh no, it's perfect.
Yeah.
When you hold it right there, it takes up almost the whole screen.
And it blocks me out of the screen, which is nice.
That's the problem. We need like a third screen.
Boom.
Jason's been trying to get a third screen on this podcast for a while now, but we're holding him out. We're holding him off at the gates.
So he shows up at my open house yesterday with one of his friends.
Oh, he came there?
Yeah, because I did a blast to all the realtors in my.
Oh, smart. You're the listing broker on this?
Yeah, yeah. So he shows up, but then these people came in. They were looking at the house and stuff, and all of a sudden he starts talking to them like they're his Because, you know, they're not his leads. You know what I mean? It's just he doesn't know how to stop. Amazing.
So but you're the listing broker on this property?
Yeah.
So it makes sense to invite realtors because they can see it, sell it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody makes a piece of the action. Cut the pie up, so to speak. A little pizza reference. We'll slice the pie up. We'll each get a nice hat, and we'll each get a slice. Big slice.
You know that place? I think it's called Medusa, the brewery.
Yeah, Hudson, the brewing company. Yeah.
And right next to that, there's a place called. It used to be called the Hudson House of Pizza.
Oh.
So when I was there before I moved to Florida, they had the best meatball subs in the world.
Hudson House of Pizza, best meatball subs in the world.
So they used to have these big meatballs, right? Big meatballs, and they would slice them and they put it on a loaf of bread.
That's the trick with the meatball sub.
And then they had the bell peppers in there and stuff, and the sauce. It was just awesome. The way they did it was awesome. So when I used to go up there, I'd go to get one of those sandwiches because I thought it was an awesome sandwich.
Yeah.
The new people didn't do that anymore. It says, you don't do this? I says, well, we do, but they do the meatball sandwich with little small meatballs in the thing, and it wasn't like the other one. The other one, they had like a big meatball that they would slice.
Smart.
And then put it in the oven, to get the cheese to melt and all that stuff. It was just awesome.
And then you got a consistent level of meat through the whole thing versus like bread, and this big, So yeah, I like it.
How does that go again?
Which one? Bread, and then meatball.
Oh man, you're like a
rhythm. It's a rhythm section thing.
I don't know. I think you should do that one more time. How's it go?
Next episode, we'll do it in 40.
In 40, yeah.
Jack Benny wouldn't want that. He can't. 3 times. Come on.
Jack Benny doesn't want us to do that anymore.
If something's funny, it's a little less funny the second time you do it, and it's not funny at all the third time.
Wow.
Right?
That's true.
That's what I got from the School of Comedy. I never went to, but I'm sure that's what they teach.
So there's a school.
Would you agree?
Yeah, there's a School of Comedy over in Holiday, Florida, which is like 15 minutes from me.
Hollywood, Florida.
It's in Holiday.
Oh, Holiday, Florida.
Yeah, they have a Hollywood, Florida too, but this is Holiday.
I knew that. I didn't know about Holiday, Florida.
Yeah.
Holiday, Florida. Wow. I want to buy a condo there instead of Palm Harbor.
There's a couple that bought a house from me from Michigan, right? And down 2 streets from my house, there was an open house. So I wanted to go check it out, see, because I was like, no, I want to know what's going on in the market.
Oh yeah.
So I parked on the side of the road, and I'm walking up, and there's a couple that parked across the street from the street, and they're walking fast, and they're trying to pass me, get into the house. I don't know who they were. I never saw them in my life. I said, hey, what do you guys think? I got here first, so I go in first. You go in second. You trying to pass me over here? What's going on? But they thought it was kind of funny. So I says, listen, but because you try to pass me, I have to show you a picture of my pride and joy. I showed it to them. They thought that was funny as well. So they go inside and they're talking to the realtor that's holding hosting the open house. And I kind of heard a little bit of what they were saying. And then I was leaving, and they were leaving, and I said to them, listen, where you guys from Michigan? I think I heard you say you're from Michigan. He says, yes. So who's your realtor? How come you came here without your realtor? They Florida with a realtor. He goes, oh, we don't have one. I says, what? You don't have a realtor? He says, no. What do I need one for? Says, because the guy that's hosting the open house represents the seller, not you. You need a realtor that represents you. He's looking out for your behalf.
Fortunately for you.
No, so I said, so if you don't know a realtor down here, I can recommend one. I said, yeah, that would be cool. So I says, okay. So I gave my business card, and he looked at the post and says, hey, that's you. I says, that's right. You found the right one today.
The best.
So then, we ended up talking, and I met him the next day for lunch to make sure we knew what they're doing. So I went to Frenchie's on the beach at Clearwater Beach. Might as well show them a little bit of Florida.
Mm.
And then I used to send them some listings of, emails of listings. And they'd call me up and say, hey, Tony, that's one house we really like, but, there's something that we're not sure. We can't see from the photos. What's going on? I says, well, I'll go to the house and I'll do a video call for you. And you can show me what you want me to highlight for you.
That's service right there.
Yeah, so we did that, and we found one house that they loved it. and I went to show it to them, the video thing, and then they put an offer in on it, and then they came down to solidify the thing because they wanted to actually see it. There was a situation with maybe the pool might need a little resurfacing or something, so I got 3 pool companies to come over and do an estimate.
Nice.
Right, so when they came down, I gave them all. They says, "Man, Tony, you're unbelievable." I says, "No, I'm not unbelievable. I'm the realtor that you hired to represent you. Remember, I told you needed to have one. I'm that guy. I'm trying to do the best for you."
And you needed a good one.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Luckily for you, you met the best.
They wrote up a testimony for what I did for them. That was amazing. I was like, "Wow."
Oh, I love that. You need all that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I noticed you referred them to a realtor, and you did not refer them to a realtor.
No, I'm not a realtor. It's amazing how many people say that wrong.
Especially that one guy who's still offended, still pissed at you.
He hung up on me.